You know, when you live in life on the left side of the menu, and this is what I talk about, it's not necessarily just for you. You live in life on the left side of the menu for other people, bruh. And that's exactly what, just because we couldn't experience something at that moment didn't mean that somebody else couldn't experience that same feeling that we were looking to get.
This week, our show is brought to you by our partner in crime, Organifi. Organifi is an organic superfood supplement line that makes quality, trusted nutrition convenient and accessible. Their most popular product, Green Juice, can supercharge your life, restore that glow, and help you feel decades younger in just 30 seconds per day without having to worry about shopping for ingredients, mixing and blending them, and then cleaning up afterwards. All ingredients are USDA organic, vegan-friendly, and made without GMO ingredients, gluten, or soy. Where else can you get superfoods like chlorella, moringa, spirulina, wheatgrass, ashwagandha, and turmeric, just to name a few? So make sure you guys check it out at www.organifi.com/success. That's ORGANIFI.com/success.
I wake up every single day. I am who I say I am. And I get what I get because I live in beast mode. Stop being gazelles. You're not average. You're not even good. You were born to be great.
What's going on, world? Welcome to another edition of the Secret to Success podcast. I'm your host, CJ, joined as always by the Bayesian sensation, Mr. Karl Wesley Phillips.
What's going on? What it do, y'all?
I got Dr. King. We thought he was going to try to fly in for the pod, but turns out, no.
It's the third one.
Okay. Let me just say this, first off.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know it fully yet, but we got something like a $60 million development going on. So I kind of need to be present, because we kind of.
Hey, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the problem.
The whole
with
world
that.
virtual.
Yeah. No.
It's
Figure it out.
But since I'm leading the development, and I've never
here's
done
what you're
something
doing
to this
wrong,
magnitude, I kind of got to be present.
Yeah, no.
Bit.
Here's what you're doing wrong, Ma. You are assuming that because you do that, C does something else. So what C does not necessarily require. You know what I'm saying? His type of
Don't
work
require what?
His type of work don't require him to be anywhere specifically.
Exactly.
No.
Right? And so yours does.
I know.
But he ain't on that.
You mean like a job?
Right. So he right.
Right,
So
he
he's
ain't on
assuming-
that. So it's just.
He's assuming you can do what it's like you and your homie when you get married and your homie's still single and your homie be like, let's do X, Y, and Z. You like, bruh, I got a wife and a whole family now.
Whole family.
Right.
Wow. Well,
Tell him you got a whole job, Ma.
I got a whole job. I got several careers going on right now.
And he's responsible for several of them and still want you to be here when you got to work and he get the thing.
And the funny
we
part
got
about it
loyal
is,
listeners.
it ain't like this is something that he doesn't understand or
he don't.
He
Not
knows
like you
what's
understand.
going on.
Oh, trust
he
me when I
asks me
tell you.
every day
Not like you
how it's
understand
going.
it.
But yeah,
not like you
I tell
understand
him-
it, Ma. Yeah, no, Ma. No, it's all good though.
my grandfather used to say excuses are like,
Everybody got one.
and everybody got one. Fill in the blank. And they all stink. You know what I'm saying? They all stink.
Hey, and every time I say E, every time I tell C, oh man, I ain't gonna be able to make it, I gotta do this. He'd be like, man, back in 2003, me and E, we once had to go to several schools, and then
for sure.
we had to drive to this place, and then we had to fly here. I'm like,
promise.
dog.
One way. You know what I'm saying? One way. Douglas, how you feeling, dog?
You know, man, I'm actually beyond blessed, man. I hate to be the one to
Come on.
I hate to be the one, Ma. I always feel funny when cats who deserve to brag. I still be feeling a little funny about it. Even though I know they had a right to do it, I still be like, but no, I was telling somebody, man.
Who was bragging?
Or just in general, people who brag in general. Or people who are super confident. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? I would feel funny. Yeah. I feel funny when it happens. Don't mean that they wrong for it though, Ma. But no, Ma, like I'm literally in a place where I'm seeing what we built, blessing other people. And it's just crazy. It's like, I was talking to QDs the other day. He's like, yo, E, I got it, bro. I see it now. I'm doing this now. I'm like, good for you. People putting content. It's just seeing people do their thing, man. Watching people online. I'm just like, wow, they doing their thing. So then I'm geek, man. I don't think I can announce it right now, but we do have a city and we do have a date for our first live conference for 2021. So I'm geeked about that.
Is that the only one we're doing? For the whole year?
If y'all have your way, yes. If I have my way, we'll do one in September. Every weekend.
I promise you.
I was going to say twice
Get your friends, I'll get my friends, and we can do this every weekend.
I thought you were going to say twice a year. Yeah. So I'm hoping we can do one on the West Coast. Because now I'm feeling some type of way. We on the East Coast doing stuff.
It's both home court advantage for
you know what I'm saying? I want to do one maybe November, December on the West Coast.
Oh, yes, please.
We're going to do it in your backyard, E?
Not in my backyard. My wife not as friendly as me. But somewhere close to the backyard.
The pool will be done by then.
Yeah, but my wife not necessarily trying to see everybody in front of the community or her backyard. So we'll pick a hotel real close.
What was I gonna say?
And we'll do a VIP at the crib.
Yeah, the West Coast would be. Yeah, we was trying to find a time to get out there, but Candace said Diddy wasn't hitting her back about when y'all was gonna be there, so she was like, I don't really know.
October, man.
October.
But here's what we plan on doing. If somebody say, hey, let's go to y'all crib, we'll go home. We'll go home. But
that's the only thing about E being out there. I promise you, he love it. But you know, E built for the social life.
Yeah, you feel me? That the social life is over here.
His neighbors don't want to hang out with him and wax deep.
Feel me?
The neighbors don't want to do nothing but hang out.
Oh, they trying to hang out.
That's all they trying to do.
He definitely missing the community. Karl, how you feeling, man?
Oh man, blessed. I'm messing people up when they ask me, like I'm calling. And customer service people like, man, how you doing? You know, they got to do the polite boy. And I really am answering them. Oh, man, like, man, my kids are doing great. My wife is doing great. I am blessed. No complaints at all, man.
Yeah, Karl ethos been on a higher level since he saw what he about to sell that house. You know what I'm saying? That bread. You know what I'm saying?
Ethos.
Hey, I had to call Maul. I had to call Maul. Like, okay, Maul, like, what do I really do with money now? Like, I ain't really ever had to deal with this before.
Yeah.
Wait for the calls to come in. They'll tell you what to do with it. Yeah, I got people that's going to call you and ask you.
Exactly.
Take that away from the podcast. Karl is broke. He don't have no money.
Oh, no.
No. Let me put in a disclaimer for real. Like, when I said, like, I'm getting money, it's money just Maul. It's not like, this is still first generation money, so it has a purpose. It's being reinvested. Yeah. So don't come at me with no, like, lend me money. I ain't got no money. Yeah. It's being reinvested. So
that's what I always tell them all when they say, E, you blessed. I said, I need this for the next 50 years. I need this. I don't want to change my lifestyle, but I'm going to need this for the next 50.
I'm going on a date tonight. You know what I'm saying?
How come you're not playing the soundtrack?
Well, because I'm not sure I'm going to be it's no good way to tell your girl you don't want to go out. Like, I promise you. Like, if you say it to her, like, you know what I'm saying, she'll be like, oh, no, you know, I'm good. I'm tired. Yeah. But she was like, you know, we got this place we like to go to here. And she called. Now, I was mad I didn't call because
you could have worked it out.
I'm not taking that for an answer. Long story short, I called. I said, I'll be done with the podcast around 6 or 7. Make the reservation 7:30. Bro, the earliest, she called me back, earliest reservation they got is 9. I was like, PM? We're going to breakfast in the morning.
What time do they close?
Man.
We going to the Waffle House?
Exactly. So I was like, oh, COVID, she heard the hesitancy. I'm like, can we go somewhere else? She like, it's Lansing. Where else we going? That's you know, we got a lot of good food spots, but not necessarily date spots.
So, see, what's wrong with 9 o'clock?
So Karl gave me this caffeinated,
trying to get him ready,
bubbly bounce.
What's wrong with 9 o'clock? I'm still kind of lost. What's wrong with 9 o'clock, bro?
Maul,
the son said it.
We're not the Kings. No, the King. I'm telling you. Maul and them, like, you hit Maul, I'm talking about late. You could be like, oh, you watching the game? He'd be like, my bad, bro. We just starting dinner. It'd be like 11:15.
No, Tommy told me. Tommy said, little man hit him up on a FaceTime.
Oh, midnight, 1 o'clock.
Yeah, he was like, what are you doing up at 12 o'clock?
Oh, bro. Ain't
little
no
man
bedtime.
little man up at 10 o'clock at night.
So we do this thing in our house, all right? We don't give our kids curfew. We just prepare them for college. It's like, look, if you stay up all night and you know your butt got to get up in the morning for class, you better be up and you better be full go for class. So we just training them for college early on or for life.
Where was this parenting when my parents was parenting?
You said what?
I needed this type of parenting right here.
When I was in the bed at 6:30 when it was still bright light outside.
But I'm about to throw C under the bus though. Why he tripping on a 9 o'clock reservation in Lansing when me and C was just in Texas and he made a 10 o'clock reservation at an A5 steakhouse.
I think it was business or something.
Right. But there you go. E. There you go. It was business, Ma.
Business.
Ma, that's foul.
It ain't foul. That's my little sister.
Yeah, that's foul.
That was
Ma.
a business meeting, dog. We had another.
It's got to do with the steak.
Yeah, he had another party.
Hey, let this be the one podcast that Candace listened to.
Wow,
that was foul.
Ma really was the police.
Oh, the police. The police. I got to look out for my little sister.
Hey, listen. I want.
What time the clock say? I need to get it right now.
Yeah.
It's too far away from me, bro. What does it say?
What?
In terms of what we
How
recorded?
long we been recording?
No, -6. We was recording 6 minutes before we started. It's 10 minutes.
All right,
Just
cool.
play the whole thing so he can. You know what I'm saying? So we.
Yeah, I just need to know the time, or I'm a C now. I'm a air traffic control now.
Hey,
I want to know what's going on.
all right. So a few things here, but I want to tell y'all something that happened yesterday. Very few times in life do you meet the crossroads or the intersection of your old self and your new self.
Wow.
Very few times. And I mean that close together. And yesterday, I literally was at a crossroads with my old self and my new self at the exact same time.
Wow.
Y'all want to hear about it?
Well, sound like
intrigued.
cool.
I'm intrigued.
It sounds like we're going to hear it anyway.
So I wake up in the morning now. I'm at my folks' crib. They don't have espresso. I drink espresso. I don't really do coffee like that. So
Now,
I've been getting
help
up.
me.
Yeah.
What's the difference between the two?
Well, coffee is what you know of regular coffee.
Yeah.
And espresso is a smaller version, more power-packed version of coffee.
I got you.
So you could drink this much espresso, and it's like a whole cup of coffee. But I just stopped drinking
Less
coffee.
water
like that.
and coffee.
So I'm definitely addicted to espresso because that caffeine, is real. But anyway, so I've been getting up going, right? So I don't know if I was I just wasn't in the great mood when I woke up. Maybe already, you know what I'm saying? And then I didn't have any coffee yet, so you just be a little like, yo, leave me alone till I get my coffee. So I go to Tim Hortons. I don't know if y'all got Tim Hortons around, but you know what I'm saying?
Still got Tim Hortons here?
Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
It's the Lansing version of Starbucks, okay? We don't got many Starbucks here. So I go, and I'm in line to get my coffee, right? So now I'm going to try to, because I know we got people listening, I'll try to explain this the best I can so you can follow along visually in your mind, all right? So you pull up, right, and it's like a drive-through, you know what I mean? And Karl, there's cars, let's say 3 cars in line, like at the speaker, right? And so the back car, the last one, the third one, is kind of hanging out, but there's a drive cut-through to get to, like, you know where Ollie's is right there and Value City and all of that? So a lot of people, if you coming from in the restaurant, it's only one way to go out, so you got to leave, like, a space. You know what I'm saying? So I pull up, and the third car is right, like, at the end where the curb is. So I'm not going to go all the way up and block the little hookup, right? So I stay back. You know what I'm saying? Giving about, a car and a half width for somebody to drive through, right? So I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, somebody started wailing on the horn. Now I'm thinking, who you honking at? Because first of all, it's plenty of space to go around. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the problem? So I'm just chilling. Then they keep on honking, and I'm like, man, maybe somebody really trying to get through. And some people scary to go through. They like, okay, it's not enough room. Like, I want a lot of room. So I put my car in reverse, and I backed up to give even more room. And now I hear the honking getting like more intense, and I'm like, yo, dude, like behind, I'm looking up to see like what's the problem. Now by this time the lines start moving. Dude who's right behind me flies around me yelling and like cussing, and then just jumps in line in front of me. Bro, I'm so confused because I'm like, yo, what did I, first of all, what would you have me to do? And so, bruh, I E.T. rage. You know what I'm saying? It jumped on me. Wow. It jumped on me. It jumped on me. Oh, no, it jumped on me. No, it jumped on me.
Jedi trick
I'm like, because first of all, I'm trying to be courteous,
right,
leaving this space, and then like you wailing on your horn, and then jumped up, and he like, MF'd me as he was going by. But he had his window down. So I was like, oh, okay. And I pulled up alongside of him. I went straight up, pulled alongside of him. I said, bro, what's your problem? He like, you backing up all the traffic. And I was like, how am I backing up the traffic? You didn't see the Grand Canyon size hole I left for anybody to get through? He's like, but there's people backed up and they're honking at me, so I'm honking at you. And I said, bruh, I said some choice words. I don't know if it's podcast friendly.
Did you have your ETA
No, I gave
gear
it to
on?
him. Yeah, I gave it to him.
Did you have your gear on though?
No, I did. No.
You know what I'm saying?
No,
Mo?
I didn't have the gear
Take
on.
off your Superman
I gave my man a couple choice words.
Yeah.
And then I jackknifed the car back in front of his.
Oh, wow.
Letting him know this is my spot, bruh. Yeah. Bruh, my heart racing. I'm like, yo, what in the world? So now,
welcome to the dark side.
yeah.
Welcome to the dark side.
The terror dome. So I'm like, Karl, I'm like, you know your heart, you like, I'm puffing up.
Yeah.
And I'm puffing up and I'm like, man, and I'm looking at my man, he behind me still, whatever. But now we got to order coffee. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, we like a good 10 minutes behind each other, looking in the mirror like, what's up? No, you say something. Yeah. The whole 9. Bro, I get up to the window.
Why I get to miss this, Mo? They all see my rage.
Yeah. No. That's why I'm bringing it to the podcast. I'm trying to
rage.
tell you. I get up to the window. I swear, the voice of God told me pay for this man's order.
Wow.
I swear, bro. And now, I don't say God, I don't be doing. He say God talk to E all day, every day. God just every once in a while give me a. Mom, I'm literally paying for the
fire
food
when he get it though.
No,
Mo.
listen,
Wow.
Karl. I'm
That's
like,
serious.
bro. I'm so furious that God is telling me to do this. I'm shaking. I ain't even really mad at my man no more. I'm like, God, what in the world? He was like, yo, you all out of your character first thing in the morning. You let something because I pride myself, bro. I don't be tripping on people in traffic. People be throwing the bird, doing all that stuff, bro. I be letting it ride. I promise you, I don't care. Y'all know I'm laid back. I don't know what jumped on me or what spirit I had on me yesterday morning that allowed me to really get into it with my man. But I literally had my car out the window and I was like, pay for the dude behind me. And she was like, what? And I was like, the car behind me? She was like, you want to pay for it? I said, yeah. And she was like, it's $9. And I'm like, hey, he got breakfast too. I thought he said, mine was like $2.50. I was like, yeah, mine was $2.50.
Yeah.
And she was like, his is $9.37. And I was like, pay for it. And she handed me my card back, bruh, and I took my espresso, and me and God had to talk. But I was like,
Before
wow.
or after you drank the espresso?
Oh, once I drank the espresso, I felt a little better. I ain't gonna lie. I talked to God. I'm like, okay, God, I got my rhythm back.
Right.
But I was like, wow, like never in my life have I encountered my old self and new self all in one. Because I'm saying, back when I was young, I would have got hype. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying I wouldn't have got on smack my man. I never was that rowdy, but I would have like made it even more known
no question.
that you're not about to play me like that. You know what I'm saying? Especially in the PT Cruiser, bro. I'll beat you down in the PT Cruiser. You know what I'm saying? You better pull up in the Yukon or something.
But he ain't had the real boy had the PT Cruiser.
Oh, a PT Cruiser, bro.
What's the real one? What's the other one, Ma? That's the man. There was 2 of them. GMC,
not the Pacifica or something like that.
I don't know. It's something like that. But it's hey, I'm naming the podcast Intersection of Quinny and Quinny.
Oh, I promise you.
I'm naming the podcast.
Yeah, you know what? And so, yeah, man, it was weird. I was just like, yo, and I drove off and I was like, man, I'm going to ask the fellas if they ever like find themselves like struggling with their old self versus their new self. Because I promise you, I pride myself on being cool, not letting nobody take me off my square. And my man got me all off my square yesterday, but I tried to redeem myself. And, afterwards, I got home and I felt better because I was like, yo, I don't know. I guess I'm at an age with having kids and stuff like that I just don't like any bad energy in the air. You know what I'm saying? It's like
100%.
It's like, okay, I don't got beef with nobody, but it's maybe one dude out there who like want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know, it's a weird thing, but I was like, all right, God, let me get that energy back. And so I bought my man's food, but I didn't know if y'all ever had a moment in time where you felt like, wow, okay. Besides E, I done seen
I'm gonna stay
E.
out.
Yeah, I done seen
You know what I'm saying, Ma?
Hey,
I'm
Maul is the
I'm
first
Hall of
police that
Famer.
he actually liked. And Tommy. You know what I'm saying? He used to be ready to beat the
Well,
cops
only because
up.
Ma told me he ain't never shot nobody. So I'm like, all right, you can be my friend.
Karl, Maul.
I can't think of nothing off the top. Maul, you got something?
Chevy HHR.
HHR, yep. No, he didn't even have that, bro. He had the PT Cruiser.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something.
Nah, I'm trying to see, man. You know, I used to be a different Jamal than what you guys see now. But in my recent time, bro, I can't say that, like, you know me.
Oh, you ain't had to have no. You probably bought the drive-through line the last couple times. No reason for you to be upset these days.
No, now I've been. Life is good, bro. I just sit back now, and you know the Jamal.
You never have a moment. When the last moment you felt like maybe somebody was trying to test you a little bit, and you felt like you was about to go to your old Jamal, the police officer?
The only time I get like that, if you want to test me, and it'll probably still happen to this day, is if you mess with Camille. And I did that. We was at a club.
Oh, that's cap, but I feel you.
You said that's cap?
Yeah.
No, that's not cap. I mean,
no, it's cap. No, you said no. I'm not saying what you're saying is cap. I'm saying the last time, but I remember what the last time was, but I'm not gonna say it on the podcast.
Okay, because I'm about to bring up the last time, so to show you that it's real.
No, that ain't the last time. Huh? That ain't the last time.
That's not.
No. You got a late night phone call one time, and you.
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Why you bringing up old stuff? That was like 4 months ago. Why you bringing up?
Go tell the story of you and Camille 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be the only one transparent on this pod today.
No. So we won't talk about that one.
Oh no, go to the club. What happened in the club? Tell him what happened in the club.
No, just we was at some family event, man, and this is during the time, you know, got real estate. You know, I think Camille and I, we probably opened up the first daycare, and we was at a family event, and there was a bunch of my family members, and one of my relatives owned this nightclub, and we was on the second floor of the nightclub, and I stepped away from Camille for like 1 minute to go holler at some of my family members. Tommy was there, a few other of my family friends, a bunch of police officers was in there, and this guy just came over to Camille. And, you know, and was trying to talk to her. And I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. You know, she beautiful. You know, that's going to happen. Whatever.
Oh, that's going to happen, no question.
My man kept
Not
trying.
in my presence.
Well, he wasn't in his presence, though.
How you know?
He said he walked away.
I walked away, but I still saw the guy over there.
Yeah.
He didn't walk up to her while I was there. I was away.
He walked up to her afterwards.
Okay.
Yeah, so my man see a woman in the building. He like, she's a beautiful woman.
Exactly.
I'm about to
I don't fault my man at all. You know what I'm saying? That's what he's supposed to do. Whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
But the problem was when Camille was kind of like, I don't know what the conversation was, but Camille was kind of like, you know, hey, I'm good. I'm with somebody. And my man kind of was like, I don't care who you with. Like, you know, and then she was like, look, all right, my husband, he kind of crazy. You know, just go ahead, cool, whatever.
I'm trying to let you know. Politely let you know. Go on your way.
And then my man was like, you know, and I can't say the words exactly what he said, but at that point, I think I seen him.
Who you calling it? You in a Tiwa?
No, he probably said, what your man got to do. I got a man.
Well,
what
he
your
was
man got to do with me.
And he started being disrespectful to her. And if it was Camille, whether it was my sister or anybody, then at that point, that's when I kind of seen, you know, and I could, tell her face. I go over there and I'm like, hey, my man, like, you know, hey, dog, you know, we good over here. And then he just like, man, I ain't done talking to her. And my man kind of, and I was just like, now here it is.
Try Jesus.
Don't try me.
Don't try me.
Dog, whatever you see now, bro, I was probably double this size. I'm like in my late 20s, early 30s.
That was like when you was working out with the police league. You know what I'm saying? When y'all was, you know what I'm saying? 16 sacks in the game.
Oh, bro. So then my man was just, you know, and even back then, I had a real protective community. Let's say that. Everybody always kind of was like, Jamal at one, we need you to succeed. We need you to do what you're going to do. We'll protect you.
Yeah.
And so my man kind of, dog, to Chicago, my man kind of like was like, because he was, you know, he was smaller. He was older than me, but he seemed kind of smaller. And then he was just like, bro, like, I got heat for you, dog. And he reached into his, like he was about to pull. Yeah, he reached like he's about to pull something. And sure enough, man, he didn't know that we was at an event, with a family event. 50% of my family are police officers, and, you know, it was a bunch of friends. Next thing you know, man, I lost it, and we got to, you know, the other police officers in the building, and everybody was like, bro, we all got guns. And, you know, so it just kind of, you know, went left real quick. But, you know, needs to say my man ran about the building. But
not me. Karl, when's the last time you had to put your hands on somebody?
Oh, bro, I'm listening to y'all like, man, that is
Karl,
not
when
my
the last
life,
time
bro.
you smacked somebody up, Karl?
That is not my life. High school.
Okay.
Bruh.
What happened? Tell us. Come on. We want to know about
Oh,
Karl's
my
last
gosh.
fight.
Right.
Come on. What happened?
Man, this one is bad.
Come on.
I don't even know. No, it's bad.
Come on.
Because it's not, man, y'all about to like change
Come
my
on,
whole,
man.
my whole reputation.
We've been
no,
on
we
this
don't wanna change
podcast
it.
6 years. We ain't never
We don't
heard
wanna
about you
change your
throwing hands.
reputation, though. We don't want to change your
Maul, this about to
reputation.
change my
come on.
reputation,
Change
Maul.
it.
I'm about to say one line that y'all understand. It was a girl.
Oh, yeah.
It's
y'all
always
about
a
to mess my reputation
Oh,
up.
yeah.
No,
He
no,
done
no.
fought-
This
yeah.
was, dude. It was. We were having, like I was talking to somebody else. We had school, as kids. And she said something, whatever, something smart. And I responded, oh, this is years ago, I don't remember. But dude, she slapped me across my face and broke my glasses.
Wow.
Ooh. It wasn't the face, it's the glass.
It was the glasses, E. It was the glasses. Look, when I tell y'all, man, it can't be a fight. It was not a fight.
Oh, yeah, they go reputation.
I'm telling you, my whole reputation is gone.
All right, edit that. Yeah, we edit. We're going to leave that out. We're going to leave that out, Karl.
I told y'all.
He tried to tell CJ.
I tried to warn him, E. Bruh.
All right.
Hey, he was 15.
Organify.
He graduated at 15, so he probably 12.
Oh, my gosh.
He probably 12 would have. He graduated from high school at 15.
Yeah, I'm
probably
telling
about
y'all,
12 years old.
This was, yeah.
Hey, dog, you know I'm only
Listen.
still a couple
Girls-
years released from the police department.
Listen,
you can't tell
if
me
you're-
stuff like that.
If you're wondering why we blacked out Karl's story, and y'all looking like what we have, like, so
Where did that come from?
No, it's Karl. It's CJ fault because Karl said it was going to change my reputation.
hey, listen.
I just told
He didn't
you.
care about his reputation.
Listen, now we're not playing that. That's coming out. But just know that we did not know Karl
I was going to say that.
Jason Bourne. You know what I'm saying? So listen, y'all out there in podcast world will forever wonder,
What
yo,
happened?
what did Karl do? I promise you, watch. They're gonna be coming up to us at conferences.
I ain't saying nothing.
DMs. They're gonna be
I'm
like,
going
yo,
to my grave
what
with
did Karl? I'm going to my
grave with it.
Karl, I've never heard that story.
promise y'all, bro. Again, it's high school.
Okay,
bro.
wow, yeah.
Did it work?
wow.
All I
okay.
want to know, did it work, Karl?
Oh no, it's nothing else after that. It was done. Oh, it was done. It was done. Well, I'm saying, what else gonna happen, Maul? What else gonna happen after that?
Hey, if this ever get out, Karl ain't never mentioned this a day in his life.
never.
If it ever get out,
For good reason.
I'm taking some money out of C's account. This ever get out.
I know what he said about getting slapped.
Last
If
summer.
you touch me,
Try
I'm going to kick back.
I'm gonna kick back. Oh my God, dog, Karl.
Because I throw
Wow.
feet.
Podcast
Wow.
time. After that, it's podcast time.
Okay, we can do a podcast now.
Let's
wow.
go.
Karl, I ain't going to never look at you the same, bro. Yeah.
I'm gonna do the podcast from over here because I don't know what.
It's CJ fault. Karl warned him.
Oh, I
bruh.
tried.
He
man.
warned
I
him, bro.
tried.
Wow. Okay.
Man.
I'm not sure how to transition, but we're gonna try anyway. Okay.
My man in my
Yeah.
Miami and Houston.
Yeah. Not Miami.
Miami.
All right. So a couple weeks back, I wanted to talk about this on the podcast before, but I forgot. And I want to give a big shout out to Maul. We joke a lot, but every once in a while, man, you know what I'm saying? He's an all right dude. You know what I'm saying? So Maul and I and Josh have a fascination with steak. You know what I'm saying? Like that's our thing. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all not big on steak, but we do the steak, bro. I'm talking about all across the country. Steak houses, the whole nine. Well, it's a particular steak called an A5.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the
sound-
best steak in the world. But it's also very exclusive. So we only had it one time, and it was in Miami.
What
Right?
about that spot y'all go to in Chicago?
I was gonna say the Chicago ain't had
They don't got
that.
that?
As great as the steakhouse is, they don't have A5.
Wow.
A5 is a different level. So it's Wagyu, but then you got A5, right? So it's literally like Rolls Royce of steak, right? So we had it one time. We lucked up on it in Miami, and they
Like
were like,
Beyond
yo.
Burger For the vegan.
Exactly. The Holy Grail. So we had it one time in Miami, maybe last year or something, right before the pandemic, and it was incredible. So we've been chasing that high ever since. You know what I'm saying? Every time we go somewhere, they ain't got it. We went to several steakhouses in Chicago. We called. Nobody had it. So anyway, we staying. I'm not going to shout out the hotel because I didn't really like the hotel like that. But they had a steakhouse in the hotel, right? But we were in the studio with Toby from 4 p.m. to 4 a.m. about every day. I was about to die, right? Crazy, right? It was a long hookup. The problem is the steakhouse didn't open till 5, so I never even bothered to go check the menu. So why me and Maul come downstairs, right? And Maul was like, man, we ain't even get a chance to go to the steakhouse. We checking out. And I'm like, I know, bro. That sucks. We could have, checked it out. He's like, man, I'm going to go look at the menu. Maul goes and look at the menu. They got an A5.
On the menu.
Do you know how, bro, we've been sleeping on top of the steakhouse.
Of the A.
With the A5.
Bro.
Y'all been sleeping on the A5.
Literally. And so Maul was like, duh, he yelling at me. I'm yelling at him. Like, why you ain't, we could have, tell Toby. So I was like, man. So I was like, and Maul was like, yo, can we get one to go right quick? We was the last day we was about to leave and get up out of there. And I was like, nah, we ain't got time, bro. And he was like, man. So anyway, we're leaving out, Karl, and the steakhouse is literally like you walk into the hotel, steakhouse to the right, and the check-in desk is straight ahead. The steakhouse is closer than the check-in desk. Like I'm talking about right there. You can smell it. And all week, right? We were there for 5 days. All week, there was a Latino gentleman at the door. Older, I say maybe older. Sorry, maybe 50s. You know what I'm saying? Older than me.
He backtracking, Maul.
My bad.
Backtracking, Maul.
At least 70. Sorry.
I got another 18,250.
At least 70.
I'm good.
So, but listen, I'm dead serious. My man was opening the door every day, Karl, with the biggest smile and greet you. I'm talking about coming and going. He making it known, like, come out this way. It's about 6 doors, but he on top of it. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because I'm like, I don't really know. Do you tip the doorman at the end? It's like, bro, I ain't gonna have you a 5 every time I walk through here. It's getting expensive.
Right.
But I look out at the end or whatever, right? And so I'm talking about Karl. Like one time I asked him where the ATM was because I wanted to tip, and he was like, my man, like, seeing nobody was coming, boom, like ran me over there. Sir, have a great day. Just great spirit. So me and Maul walking out, and my man.
Meanwhile, our staff.
Try Jesus. So
that's a joke, y'all. Y'all listening to the podcast.
Yeah, we love you. We love you.
Staff.
Don't worry, your check gonna cash this month. So anyway, we walking out, right? Dude, like, y'all checking out? We were like, yeah, man. He's like, okay, man. Hopefully you had a great stay. And Maul was like, man, we didn't get a chance to eat at the steakhouse though. And my man was like, oh, next time. And Maul was like, is it good? Karl, my man starts running it down like, oh, it's the best steakhouse in all of Miami. The steak is this. And he's like, but make sure you come during the week because on the weekends it's a little rowdy. You can't enjoy your steak as much, because there's too much noise. But if you come on the weekday, make sure you make a reservation because it's da-da-da-da. Maul was like, okay. He was like, I guess in Maul head, he like, I'm going to see if my man ever had the A5. So he's like, what's your favorite steak in there? My man looked dead at Maul and was like, oh, I've never been. It's way too expensive for me.
Wow.
And me and Maul looked at and Maul and I saw Maul's face kind of like
podcast time.
Yeah. I saw Maul's face and he was kind of looking like, man, I feel a little bad for even asking you that. And then like, you know what I'm saying? My man, he wasn't like sad enough. He was just like, no, I can't afford to go there. I mean, you talking about this is a $100 steak. You ain't getting out of there for less than a few $100s. And my man was like, no, I've never been. And Maul was like, what you mean? He was like, nah, I've never been. And Maul was like, oh, okay. And Maul walked off, and Maul's face and whole spirit was just unsettled. And I looked at Maul, and I was like, dog, can you imagine being like 10 feet away from here every single day?
Wow.
Smelling the steak flying through the air, all opening the door for all of these rich folks who going in and out the steakhouse, and you've never been. And Maul looked at me and was like, dog, they got gift cards? And I was like, I'm sure they do. Maul goes in, gets my man a gift card to the steakhouse. Now, mind you, Toby and all of them, and I actually had it on video. I didn't go up in my man's face. And again, you know, it's one of those things where you're like, I don't want to video it and look like a clout chaser. So I was like way back. Like, you know what I'm saying? You couldn't even see my man face in it, but you could see Maul. I don't even know if I told Maul I videoed it. But me, Toby, Fat, we was all hanging back, and I told them what was going on. And Maul came out with the gift card, and my man like opened the door for Maul, sure enough, geeked up. And then Maul, I'll let you take it from there because I wasn't there. I got it on tape. Like, I'll show y'all the video, but Maul, you could take it from there in terms of what the interaction was at that point.
Yeah, so when I came back, the guy, he didn't know what I was doing, right? And he just, you know, when I came back, and I was just like, man, I really appreciate you for taking the time and just telling me about the steakhouse. And then he went right back into it like, yeah, if you ever come back here, you have to try it. He was like, it's so great. And, you know, he just seemed like a family man. He was telling me that him and his family, you know, they come to the hotel sometimes, but they never went into the steakhouse because he said it's just too expensive. And so I was just like instantly in my mind, man, I was like, bruh, imagine, like C just said, imagine being 10 feet from, I mean, every time my man, he got to stand there all day and he's smelling the steaks from the restaurant. He's smelling the steaks. He's opening the door for people that's coming in and out to go to the steakhouse. But my man been working there for over 10 years and he's never experienced the steakhouse. And so, man, I had just felt it in the spirit because we couldn't go to the steakhouse because CJ was saying that we got to go somewhere, which was true. We did have to go somewhere. But I just felt like, why take that moment away from this man? Yeah. So when I went over there, and I just told him, like, man, I really appreciate you. I was like, man, you know, thank you for doing what you doing, man. You know, we see you here, bro. And I was like, we can't experience this steak. But I was like, man, but I would love for you to experience the steak for me. I was like, I need you to experience the A5 steak for me. And he was just looking like, you know, my man instantly started crying. Before I even handed him, as soon as I was handing him the gift card, and I said, hey, this is a $200 gift card. I was like, and I want you to experience this steak. And I said, I want you to have a great time. And he started crying, man. This was a grown man, he probably in his late 50s. And he just had this look of like, I don't know, man. You know, I see this look, it's like a look of relief of just like, man, like, you know, like, wow. Like he just, you can tell that he wanted to go to the steakhouse. You can tell that, you know, he really wanted to experience it. And somebody actually thought that much to now allow him to give him the money or whatever to go there. And man, my man just started crying and gave me a hug, actually. He just started hugging me. And then I was just, you know, hugged my man back and told him, man, you know, hey, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate you. And yeah, man, he was just.
You leaving one part out.
Which part? Which one?
He said what he said he was gonna do. He asked you for your name and wrote it down.
Oh yeah, yep. He asked me to sign my name, and write my name down. He said he has a board in his house where he prays for people. His family prays for different people. Yeah,
crazy, bro.
Yep, sure did.
Crazy.
Wow. That's what's up.
Yep, and I went ahead and I signed my name. And he didn't know who I was. You know, I just wrote my name down on the gift card, signed my name, and he said his family is going to always pray for us. He said if I never come back here, he was like, just know that we're going to be saying your name. You know, somebody's going to be praying for you. And so, you know, that's, man, bro, it's all about that left side of the menu. You know, when you live in life on the left side of the menu, and this is what I talk about, it's not necessarily just for you. You live in life on the left side of the menu for other people, bruh. Yeah. And that's exactly what, just because we couldn't experience something at that moment didn't mean that somebody else couldn't experience that same feeling that we were looking to get. So, man, that's that left side of the menu where it supersedes you, just you personally, and it's connected to everybody else. So, yeah, man, it was deep.
Obvious, and Maul, seriously, I appreciate your leadership in that moment. And, you know, again, man, it felt good. You know what I mean? It was one of those feel good moments. And I was like, yo, I got to share this on the podcast. But I mean, obviously, I can literally think of like 100 directions to go.
Oh, no question.
But I'm gonna let our elder statesman in his 50s.
Go for it.
You feel me?
50s, them 50s.
1, 2, 3, 4. You know, see Karl. He had to count backwards, Maul.
Come on, take us there, Pastor. You know what I'm saying? Come on,
man, Maul. What I kept hearing, and how many people in life are so close to the 10 feet from the you feel me? 10 feet from the restaurant, Maul. How many people in life are opening the door for the people who going into the restaurant and just not going in the restaurant? And what I try to do, I read a book years ago, Blink. And so what I try to do now is I try to, whatever comes to my mind first, like I'm like, go ahead, go with that thought, because that's, you know what I'm saying? That's the most transparent one right there. Don't try to think of nothing deep.
Right.
And what I thought about, Maul, was for those of us not who went to Michigan State or maybe, interned at Michigan State, but for those of us that like legitimately worked there as a career, you know what I'm saying? I don't care who it is, custodial workers, I don't care who. I always thought it was crazy, Maul, that there were those of us who would literally pass classrooms. Like, we literally worked at the university. We would pass these different halls with some of the, most distinguished professors, in the world, bruh. And we would just pass them and go straight to work. And I'm talking about people who would complain. I don't make enough money. I can't stand my job. And I used to wonder, like, yo, if you really hate your job and you really hate your supervisor, why aren't you working on an advanced degree? Why aren't you getting a master's or a PhD? Like, how is it that you came to Michigan State with a 4-year degree, or you got a 4-year degree and you work for the university and you left 30 years later, bro, and you never, literally, first of all, the university has a policy, and I'm thinking they designed the policy, because it's better to have all your staff members to be PhD'd. Like, it does something for the campus itself, for the students, one, for the faculty. Or what if you play with the Brooklyn Nets right now? Like, I watched the game. I turned the game on the day I was playing Boston. It was up by about 20-something. I turned it off in about 4 or 5 minutes. Because it didn't look like it was changing no time soon. But I'm saying, you seeing dudes who are potentially Hall of Famers. I'm looking at Hall of Famers playing together. And it's like, yeah, the university would want Hall of Famers. But so they had a policy where they would reimburse, but pay nonetheless. For you to, every class you got 2.0 or above, they would pay. Watch this, Maul. And then if you got a PhD, they would pay you more. So they're going to pay for you to get a PhD. Then they're going to pay you more once you get a PhD. Like, bruh, here's the kicker. Here's my favorite one. And you didn't have to go to work during the time you normally go to work if you had class during that time. Come on, Maul.
My.
I'm just saying, this is a setup for success. I wish I knew the numbers of how many people actually took advantage of it. Now, listen to what I'm trying to tell you, Maul. You might have heard me say 10 feet away, and you thinking, on some, you know what I'm saying? Like, figuratively speaking. No. I'm talking about if you work in Bessie Hall, right? Here, the class might be right across. Or downstairs in one of the lecture halls in Bessie Hall. I remember when I worked there, Draymond was walking by. What up, E? Draymond, like, literally in Bessie taking a class. Like, the classes are right in Bessie Hall, bruh. And Maul, I'm thinking, yo, how many people, now I ain't mad at the person who, like, I don't want no degree, but I'm happy with my job. I'm happy with how much I make. I don't never want a raise. I don't need no raise. Maul, I'm talking about people that I know who I'm close to who dogged the university out. Dogged out, they wasn't getting paid enough. They wouldn't get certain opportunities. Like, they wouldn't hire them to do this job or that job. And I'm like, bro, you sitting there. I'm sorry, sis. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
My bad, sis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sis, you right there. You can go get a degree. And I'm telling you, Maul, I was one of the individuals that was like, you got to stop walking past. You got to stop driving past. You got to stop. You feel me? Like, the university, that College of Ed, literally, the next building over from us on the bridge was the Maul, I wasn't walking 5 minutes from my office to where I was working on my PhD. Right. Not even a 5-minute walk, Maul. Taking classes at 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and it changed the course of not my life, but what you said. When you live on the left side, everybody that's with you, they're benefiting from that. And so I'm just saying, man, Maul, how many people are so close to a certification that they never get? So, Maul, I think about you. I'm like, you was a police officer like everybody else was a police officer. They was 10 feet away from the 9 to 5 millionaire. All y'all was getting y'all checks, pulling y'all. But what's so crazy, Maul, is what they were doing, doing lunch break and what you were doing, y'all both was 10 feet away from those homes, Ma. Y'all was both 10 feet away from the real estate. Y'all was both matter of fact, the donut shop was probably further than I'm just being real. The donut shop was probably further.
You managed to make it there.
To make it to the real estate, to the house that you were walking through. And so, see, that's what came to my mind. You complain, you murmur, you bicker, but you 10 feet away from the steakhouse. Now listen to me. Please don't get this twisted. The dude that was opening the doors probably working harder than anybody in the steakhouse.
100%.
Don't get that twisted. Bro,
I'm talking about my man was out there. My man was out there sun up to sun down.
So don't get it twisted. Don't think I'm talking about hard work. I'm not. And probably knew the menu better than 50% or more of the people that work there. But what I'm saying, Ma, is somehow in his mind, he didn't think it was for him. I'm talking about why we 10 feet away now. Some kind of way you feel like you're good enough to open a door, but you don't feel like you're good enough to eat the steak. You feel me? Somehow you feel like you good enough to open the door and good enough to learn the menu, but you're not good enough to eat the steak. And so that's your fault. You got to deal with that. Why you feel like you are deserving to open a door, deserving to break the steak down, deserving. My man praying too. Let's not take that with my man praying. Yeah. He at the crib. He a Christian. As a Christian praying, hardworking, he's still 10 feet away.
But no, E, that's what I was kind of saying. Like, the main reason why I wanted to, first off, go see the menu was because when I went there, my man was kind of like, he never ate there because he couldn't afford it, right? But then when I went and actually got a menu, I saw some items on there that actually said $25, $30, $40. But my whole reasoning, man.
Don't nobody want a salad?
You could get chicken breast. You can get, even though it's a steak restaurant. But this go back to the whole thing. Same mentality I had, E, when I was visiting my boy and he was in the NFL and they ordering all of this stuff that's on the menu. My man probably had that same kind of mentality, see, where it's kind of like, it's not that I can't afford it. It's that this, whatever I order, might be my light bill. It might actually take care of a bill or something in my house. And so I just really wanted to kind of do the same thing, that same exposure I got, changed my life, with going to certain restaurants like that. It changed my perception on how I see things. And like I said, it's not about food. It wasn't about food. My man, I didn't ask him if he eats steak or not. It was more so about just getting that exposure. That was enough money to take his wife, take them to the restaurant, let them be around, let them be in the environment. It's something about being inside of the environment that changes you. It's not about the steak itself. It's not about it's not about the food itself. It's about being in that environment. When I went and visited my friend, we went to that expensive steak restaurant. That environment changed me. I came back home with this feeling like I wanted to do more for Camille. I wanted to do more for our family. It was bigger than just eating a steak. And I think that's kind of the prayer that I hope that he took away from that when he went in the door, and it just does something to him where he feel like he belongs.
Absolutely.
Where it feel like with his wife. Here it is, he's opening the door for all of these individuals that's walking in and walking right past him to go into this steak restaurant. And I just wanted him to know, bro, you belong there too. If that's what you want to do, you belong there. And I guarantee you,
and you open
once
the door
he goes
for him,
in the door, what's that?
You open the door for him.
Oh, that's good, E. That's good.
You feel me? He opened the door for all those people. Now you just open up the door for him.
Yeah.
You feel me?
And I guarantee you he ain't gonna never be the same again once he go in there.
Absolutely.
And I think that's what's big. See, when you're talking about like even stuff like make real estate real, it's about the exposure. When you talk about solo creator, it's about the exposure. When you talk about anything else he has done, everything in life is always about the exposure. And that's why people need to stop counting, themselves out of things. Stop assassinating your dreams by saying, I can't do this. No, say I can. Let the weak say I am strong. Let the sick say I am healed. So,
I go to the preacher mode.
For sure, bro. So,
preacher mode.
Just stop. I was doing it myself. I'm guilty of it. I was saying that I'm not a speaker. I'm not a speaker. Bruh, first off, the word I am was never meant to have something negative after that. You know, and I'm not trying to get all biblical, but when God said, you know, when they what's your name? My name is I am that I am. So whatever you use after I am, you will become. So therefore, I don't use anything negative anymore. So if it's something that I believe I can't do, I still say that I can. You know, and I am
it's
this.
limited, Maul. Like I feel, you know, the people who are like, be careful. No, you be careful.
Yeah.
I'm tired of being careful. You know, that's the problem, Maul. We too careful. And it's like, bro, I got another, you know, again, 18,250 days with my bride. With that being said, Maul, knowing that we aren't going to be on this earth for so long, why wouldn't I expose my family to that? So it doesn't mean that every day I wake up, I have to take my family and get a $100 steak. It doesn't. Right. But why are some people able to have this experience, and that experience, but you're going to limit to me to just this experience? Yeah. Like, I want to go grocery shopping with Dee. I love going grocery shopping with my wife. I love coming home and cooking food, you know what I'm saying, from scratch. I love it. Jalen coming to the crib, making the chicken parmesan with the pasta. He got the avocado. I love it. But just like we spoil people with videos every day and making sure that people are inspired and they got what they need, guess what? Sometimes I want to be spoiled. Yeah. Sometimes I want to be on the end where I'm sitting down and somebody's serving me. Or I'm in a hotel and Maul, Dee don't have to clean up. Like, we know she could clean up. We know she could clean up. We know she could cook her own food. But Maul, I love when we go to Mexico and we have a butler. And I'm cashing my butler out. Because I want you to know I'm grateful. Yeah. Thank you. My wife need a break. You feel me? My daughter wanted to go to college. Then she wanted to get her master's degree. I'm grateful we were able to pay for it. I know kids who probably will run circles around my children academically, but they weren't in a position, to go to school
right.
because their parents, not bad people, but somebody told them all that you can only do this. And that's what I'm saying. Open the doors. Shoot, I'm still serving. I still serve this country. We doing y'all see we doing a free summer school. Y'all see we doing a free summer school. We giving out content every day. So we still spoiling folks. But there's nothing wrong with you being on the receiving end of that. And let me just say this to you. You say shoes cost too much. Why would I pay $100 on some shoes? I pay $50. Okay, whatever. But at the end of the day, Maul, I love the feeling. Now, my wife, she's so funny, Maul, but somebody said something to Dee once about, having a Louis. And my wife was like, well, I ain't never bought a Louis before. And I love it. What she was saying was, my man bought this for me. You feel me? Like, I ain't never went and bought, I ain't never spent that kind of money on no purse. She said it. I wouldn't do it. But I'm grateful that my husband bought me that. And I'm going to be real. I'm not going to say, like, I don't owe nobody nothing. I ain't going to say I would never do it again. I don't know. But I went and got the Birkin. Why? Because I wanted my wife to know, like, yo, everybody else got them, and you got people have them who choose to live this lifestyle, and they got them. So
Cardi B got one.
Hey.
So, Cardi B got a Birkin.
So I felt like
Nicki Minaj.
I felt like, Maul, you've been with me over 30 years. Yeah. You helped me to get
that worth.
You know what I'm saying? You helped me to get my GED, gave me a sense of purpose. You gave me a why. You could have died twice having my children. Yeah. There are women who literally have died, bruh, giving birth, bruh. So I'm not only did I buy her one more, I took her in the store. And she was definitely like, no, I'm good. I don't need that. But let me tell you, she felt good when we pulled up in that store. And she walked in that store and I was like, yo, pick which one you want. So I'm not suggesting that, you have to do that. But I'm saying, why is it that some people, get to live on both sides, but you are regulating yourself to one side? You only live once. What are you preserving? What I'm saying, what you holding on to? Because when you die, whatever you got in the bank or whatever you got left or whatever you say,
gonna buy a Birkin.
I'm talking about your kids gonna blow them jokes. They gonna blow them jokes.
Hey, I wanna, and Ma, we probably talked about exposure so many times, but I want to go back to that. If you're not in a circle, right, and we did this exercise with the staff. CJ won't know. We actually have staff meetings, right?
For real?
Yeah.
Well, I think he may know. He don't know when.
Oh, okay. I
think he may know.
I did this
through the
exercise.
grapevine.
When do these take place? How come I didn't know about it?
Hey, shout out to Ben. I got the exercise from Ben, but I just kind of talked about it in a staff meeting, and the staff took this exercise, Maul, where they took the 5 things that they value the most, right? So whatever that is, Maul, your 5, faith, family, fitness, whatever. Yep. and then you take the 5 people that you spend the most time with, and you grade them based on your values. So if your values is faith and family, all right? Now you pick the 5 people that you spend the most time with and grade them, where their faith at, where their value, you know what I'm saying? And dude, it's crazy to realize, but Maul, that's why exposure is so important. Because for they say you the average. No. You literally are the average in terms of your values.
Right.
Yeah.
If you saying faith is yours and you hanging around people that's a 3 and a 5, then you can't be a 10.
Right.
So your value so small. I mean, I'm gonna make this short.
Because you wouldn't be around them
if you really was a 10.
Yeah, you couldn't even be around. Yeah.
So I'm saying to you, if you are not in a position right now where the people around you are there, I'm saying, like, pay for it if you have. I don't even care. Like, find some way to do
Pay
it.
for it, yeah.
Because the truth is, nothing is changing if you're not getting out of that. I'm just being real. Ma, you talk about the police officers. How many police officers did you talk to about real estate?
Too many to count, bro.
And how many of them got involved in it?
Maybe
not enough to count.
not even a tenth.
So I'm saying it's not information. You gave everybody the information. It's not information. It's being immersed in the information. I hate doing this. We've said this over and over again, and people start not getting it. Maul listens to E in the morning when he's working out.
I still do.
Listen to what I'm saying,
And
y'all.
I can call a man up on the phone, and I still listen. No cap.
I'm in Maul basement like, what are you doing right now? Like, why is it so loud? E is blasting in there, but why? It's the environment. He creating the environment, and now Maul is on the podcast with E. Listen to what I'm saying. Like, you got to do whatever it takes to get you out of your circumstance. Get out of that 5. And I tell people, I'm not the one telling you leave your 5. I'm just saying spend less time with them.
Yeah. Ooh.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying kill your crew. But people be like, no, cut them off. I'm not saying
don't leave
that.
them.
I'm saying I only
Just
got
don't talk to him.
you ain't got to spend that much time with them if they're not in alignment with your values. Because to E's point, you only got 18,250 left.
Yeah, well, y'all got more than that, but I'm saying
And
that's
He only got
because of that-
18,243 because he said that last week.
But
it's
no,
a metaphor, Maul. It's a metaphor. I can't keep up with the number, Maul, and keep counting down every week.
Right. But because of that, man, I got so big on having the full experience of life.
That's what it is, Maul. The full experience.
Not experiences. We all go through experiences in life. But how many of us actually get the full experience of life? Bro, this journey of life that we're going on right now, it's all, like you say all the time, E, all of our destinies are the same. The end point. We are all going to die.
All of them the same.
So since we automatically know that, we know that we're all going to die, but what we don't have in common is that we're all going to fully experience life to its fullest.
Life, yeah, absolutely.
And so I'm big on everybody that's connected to me, making sure that if it's up to me, if I can have a hand in it, I want to make sure that we all have that full experience of life. I made a commitment and a promise to Camille that I will never sell her short. Like, I will never, like, knowing that I can do something for her, knowing that I can do something for her and cut it in half. Why? Because I feel like I just want to be cheap. I can afford to do it, but I'm not doing it. You know, so I want to always, it's one thing on her deathbed that she will not say is that she did not live while she was alive. That's one thing that she cannot say. My children, my friends, everybody. That's why I be trying to tell C. I be like, dog, let's do this. Let's do that. Let's go take the E. Karl, let's live, man. Let's get the full experience of life while we're still alive. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. That's why I'm so passionate about real estate. It's not that I really love bricks. You know what I'm saying? It's that I love what the bricks can do in my life. That's what it's really about. And that's what I tell people, bro. That's what it's all about, man. I don't love money. I love how money can position me to do the things in life I needed to do. That's what it's all about, man. So that's what, and I just wanted my man to get the full experience. I wanted him. And I told him I wish, and I didn't give him my phone number, but I wish, and then somewhere in my mind, I'm sitting back, and every time I eat some food, I'm thinking of my man just cutting that steak with a smile on his face and putting that A5 in his mouth, and he just smiling and just saying, like,
looking at his bride.
Like, man, this is beautiful. You know, my man might have waited to be 57 years old to actually taste a A5 steak. So if I can bless somebody, man, in that kind of way, then, hey, I'm all for it, bro, because that's what life is all about, man.
Yeah, all I'm saying, Ma, I just a quote you just gave me. You shouldn't do it because you can't. You shouldn't do it because you don't want to. You feel me, Ma?
It's a big difference.
Yeah, I'm for real, Ma. You
Big
should.
difference.
I'm just saying, you shouldn't do it because, like, yo, I ain't feeling it. Like, I don't want to do that or I do that. You shouldn't do it because you can't, or you shouldn't do it because you're scared. You shouldn't do it because you're fearful. You shouldn't do it because you don't deserve. You feel like you don't deserve it. You shouldn't do it because you worried you ain't gonna have the money in 3 years. You're gonna run out of money. You know what I'm saying? That shouldn't be the reason why you do it. You shouldn't do it because you just like, yo, I just don't have the desire to do it. I just don't want to do it.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Now, what I do want to do though.
Go for it. Go for it.
I'm good. That was where you should have came in.
Oh, I'm waiting on you to do it.
You had it.
Organifi.
Yo, what's up, fam? Hey, it's your boy E.T. Look, I got to tell y'all about this Organifi product. Now, I don't know that it's new, right? But it's called Move, M-O-V-E. And my wife was the first one to put me on. All right, so Didi was like, yo, you got to order that Move for me. I'm like, what? We going from the green, juice, you know what I'm saying? The gold, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's up? She's like, no, I got to get the Move. And guess what, y'all? I'm telling you, the Move is the move. Now, many of y'all may not know this, but literally, I've done an hour worth of cardio, regularly for, years now. All right. Now, my metabolism is slowed down, so you probably can't tell, but I'm being real. Like, I'm at a point where I can't stop. Right. But my joints is like, yo, bro, you're going to have to take a break. I'm like, yo, I'm going to have to stop eating if I take a break. Right. So Move, y'all. I didn't know what Didi was doing, but like, Move is for us. It's not, I'm talking about fathers, I'm talking about sons, I'm talking about dads. Like if you golf, if you run, like whatever. Like if you're in a place where you like, yo, I can't stop, right? But the more you work out, the more your joints hurt. I'm telling y'all, you gotta get on this Move. Why? Because it's designed specifically, right, to ease joint discomfort, right, and maintain optimal joint health. Now, this is the thing. Organifi is doing something special. Finally, something for dads, right? The month of June is buy one, get one free. All right, so join your boy E.T. Get on the Move movement, right? If you're working out, cardio, lifting weights like Ma, whatever you're doing, but you want to make sure that you recover, right? And put your joints in a situation where they can recover and be at optimal use. You want to hit that Move. So click that link, man, and join the Move. Remember, for the month of June, it's buy one, get one free. Happy Father's Day.
Shout out to Organifi. Superfood green juice powder keeping us powered up through the day and night. Y'all go check them out, Organifi.com or GANIFI.com. Promo code SUCCESS, 20% off. All right, go check them out.
Just got a big box full of that stuff. With the Move.
I was going to ask you did get yours, right?
Do they send me Move? Do they send y'all Move?
No, that's the one you asked me for. No, you asked for that.
Oh, Didi asked for it.
Yeah.
I'm about to say,
I
y'all
was
just
more like I get the Move. What they try to
Organifi?
make me? They want me to catch. You know what I'm saying?
Well, Karl does.
Here we go again.
Karl does.
What he say? I missed that. What he say?
Hey,
He said y'all
watch
get stuff
me.
sent to y'all from Organifi.
Hey.
Say Karl does.
No. I got to get Karl. Karl called me.
Thank
like,
you.
Hey,
No.
E,
Don't set me
what
up
you
like that
need?
now. Don't set me
Oh,
up.
come down to hey, it's both ours. I'm gonna keep it at my house.
No, Karl hit me and was like, what you need, E? And I told him. And I went to his crib and there was a box sitting there. He's like, you should have had one at yours. I was like, well, I don't. Then I walked back to the crib
And it was
sitting
there.
right
So,
there.
E, I just want to
with
get
the
this
Move.
straight for the record. Karl called you to
That's what I
ask
said,
you
E.
what
You just
you
gonna
need
throw
from
me all
Organifi.
under the bus.
The only
Yeah.
phone calls I
way,
get
Mo.
from Karl
Good
E,
way he
are
called
the
me.
ones asking me about tax questions. asking me about taxes that he got to
In a
pay
good
now.
way, Ma.
Hey, E,
good way,
E,
Ma.
the last advice I got was throw your own party. It sounds like other people want to be at my party now. That's what it sounds like, E.
I got invited to
That's
it. Don't
what
be
it
mad
sound
at me.
like.
Don't be mad at me
invited.
because I got invited.
You got invited.
And probably because I live next door. Y'all ain't close.
It's all good.
In all these years, you had no idea you was living next to the Karate Kid.
Bruce Leroy. Oh, snap.
Bruce Leroy.
Oh my God. Yo. I promise y'all that's not super funny to y'all because we had to bleep out the story.
But if y'all got the story,
Karl said
it would make sense.
Oh my God.
Who's the master?
Bruh. The funniest story. Man, dog. Karl, man, shoot. Bro, that could have been the best moment in our podcast history.
Could have been. Maybe a reunion.
Hey, y'all remember Delirious?
Yeah.
Remember the old school? Remember he's telling the joke to his kid when he was a kid, telling the joke to his family members? He's like, then he kicked them in a ding ding.
Exactly.
That's kind of what Karl just did. It's like,
oh, bro. Karl, what's wrong with you?
Oh,
dog?
man. Hey, I just spend my space. That's all.
Wow.
That's all.
You're wrong. You're wrong. Wow. Karl's revenge. You know what I'm saying? Maul, make real estate real, dog. What's happening?
oh man, we doing big things, man. We doing a family reunion. I guess it's probably, I don't know if I can still talk about it just yet, but yes, we all getting together. We are everyone who's ever came through Make Real Estate Real, who's part of alumni. We are all getting together because we haven't, met each other because of COVID, but we've always been chatting on, doing joint ventures and getting together. So this is bigger than just us coming together. This is, man, you talking about joint ventures and people coming together, group economics, putting their money together and investing it in real estate.
Yeah, no doubt. You're not gonna tell them where and when?
I mean, I didn't.
Oh, they got. Oh,
Right, Maul? Don't they have to be a part of the Make Real
I
Estate
think
Real
alumni
family?
first.
Well, alumni is first. So, but by the time, so alumni is first, and then we open it up to the rest of the Make Real Estate Real members.
all right, beautiful. Also, don't forget Phenomenal Life as well. We're doing Phenomenal Life, man. Come on out to East's favorite place in the world. You know what I'm saying? Phenomenal Life 2022.
Dubai,
2022.com.
a resort in Dubai, yes. Yeah.
Oh, hey, I'm for that, E.
Yeah, we ready to go to Dubai. I've never been. And I'm also ready to go to any other city that got an A5. So if y'all in the comments on IG or whatever, if you got an A5 in your city, I mean certified A5. Don't hit me up talking about you got an A5.
San Diego. Tell me where the
And you
A5 is in San Diego.
Oh, no, it's all vegan out there. You know what I'm
Come on,
saying?
San
Y'all ain't
Diego.
got no
Stand
real.
up, San Diego.
Y'all ain't got no
Stand
real.
up, Diego, stand up.
Oh, if y'all got, that's
Let
the
me
quickest
know,
way to
y'all
get.
know they coming to my crib.
That's the quickest way to get us out there. More Solo Creative Pro. I mean, Karate Kid. You know what I'm saying? Solo Creative. Solo Karate Pro. Solo Karate Pro.
Hey, shout out to Nick, man. Nick just, I told y'all, we doing this thing.
I saw Nick.
We doing this
shout out
thing
to Nick.
big,
That was
y'all.
dope.
Nick dropped his mobile shooter
Yeah,
master
iPhone.
class, y'all.
Yeah.
So again,
Oh, that's dope. Yeah, Karl, that's
we
good.
just trying
Good
to
look.
expose
What up,
everybody,
JT?
man. And I told y'all, we not doing it in a way where it ain't the Karl show. Like for real, I'm telling y'all, this is the team that's working behind the brand, right?
Yeah.
And for real, I want y'all to get the experience, the exposure we just talked about. So shout out to Nick. That link is solocreatorpro.com/mobile. All
Let's
right,
go.
so check
Oh,
that
yeah,
out.
y'all got to check that out. That was super dope. And Nick, dude, shoot like the best content ever off
yes,
the
sir.
iPhone. So he said if you got an Android, just throw your phone away and go get an iPhone. Youngin, what's happening, nephew?
What up?
Hi.
What you doing?
Nothing. I'm just gonna. I'm just playing with my robot.
Okay.
That's a cool
good.
robot, man.
That's what's up.
This how it works.
Let me see.
Oh, let's see it.
Oh. Huh.
Wait, hold on. Okay, let's get sneaky.
Oh.
Okay, you're on the left side of the menu.
You know what I'm saying?
Maul got nervous when it said sneaky.
Oh, I know. It's a prank. It's a prank robot. So he got it for doing good in baseball practice and in school.
Come on. Yes, sir. Yeah, he playing baseball. He got the whole hookup. Yes.
Oh, look up.
I don't know what side he gonna get when he get old. He gonna make a side.
Oh, he gonna take it to the next level. Okay.
No side. What? Anything else we got? Karl, man, make sure you pray, repent tonight. You know what I'm saying?
He got to repent for going into the depths.
Right, he brought it out.
Bro, I promise you,
brought it out.
Bro, I'm thinking it's on some like, you got into it, with somebody, you know what I'm saying, had a little back and forth, couple words. Karl and Black Panther. Oh man, I got to come up with a name for it. The Bayesian Roundhouse.
Oh, dog, show enough.
The drop kick her around the world. Hey man, well, I gotta go to on a date, so
yes, sir.
I'm gonna go scoop my bride up, dog, and you know what I'm saying.
Get you an espresso. Your way.
Bro, 2 of them. So anyway, I think that's it. You ain't got nothing else? I know it's late for you. You ready to go to sleep? I can tell. But it's goodbye for now. You sure you don't got no more stories? No elliptical stories? You ever been in that elliptical?
I'm here.
Oh, it's a miracle.
No, I told my wife you're gonna have to be on that joke every day. I've been on it every day.
Blood, sweat, and tears, literally.
I'm like, ain't nobody getting on nothing else.
It's just the elliptical. I'm gonna sit you up. I was gonna come by and use it.
Bro, I was gonna invite you, but I was like, she probably wouldn't do that.
Oh no, I don't need no. I'm not Karl. I don't need no invitation to the party. I'm crashing that joker.
Facts.
You ain't gotta call and invite me. I show up right at your door. Oh man, yeah. Oh man, Karl. Listen, hopefully by next week I'll have it. You know what I'm saying? I have some more information on what happened, and maybe y'all come out in 2027. You got to buy VIP tickets.
I'm talking about VIP. That might not be enough. And Karl need to get all the money.
I promise you. Bruh. Did you get arrested? Hey, we out here. We'll see y'all next week.
I want you to focus on here right now. Don't you worry about when you get home. You concentrate on this opportunity. You don't worry about tomorrow. You concentrate on